Very competitive practice today. I thought the guys really responded for a second practice of a day and came out in a really good mindset. And it started in the beginning of practice, by far our best practice that we've had this training camp. And now we have to build on that and understand that's the standard that we need to have in all of our practice, no matter when it is, AM, PM. We've got to come out in that same mindset we did today and learn how to practice like that and do it all the time.
How much growth do you think you've gotten this far into the camp so far?
I think we've gotten a lot. In all three phases of the game. I think the guys are coming together. You know, things are starting to shape up and guys playing with certain guys and stuff. And so I think that they are, they're progressing really well, but at the same time, we have a lot of work to do too.
Last couple of days, you talked about Marquise being young and needing to get working. What areas have you targeted for him, or have you guys sat down and targeted?
Sure. It's the details of the game. It's really the details of receiver play. It's not just about catching and running faster than everybody. There's a lot of things within those routes, within the run game, within the alignments, within the assignments, of being really disciplined, of understanding when the coverages change and playing really fast in those situations and not making some of the mistakes that he made last year.
When you say in the routes, do you mean route running in particular?
Yes.
How Darius Rogers, Victor Blackwell, and Flournoy done in their snaps?
Really well. Victor did some really good things today. Darius has done really good things every practice. I think that he's probably, I would think you guys have noticed too, he really has flashed. And, Flournoy missed some practice time, but was back and really put together two really good days.
How about the quarterbacks?
Played really well today, took care of the football, and really managed the huddle well also.
Going back to the receivers, how many out of those five, can you see all of them getting significant snaps this year? How many do you think you'll be using on a weekly basis?
I don't think there's any way to tell. There's variables that we don't know. Obviously with injuries, with the teams that you play, the personnels that you want to use to get certain defensive looks in the game. So I think it's hard to tell, but I would sure anticipate, 5 receivers eventually play throughout a year.
All of those guys have experience here and have been in the system for a couple of years. You've had a couple of years now where you've had 2-3 really receivers. Is this what you felt about 1 through 5 in a while?
I don't know that for sure. I know I feel good about these guys. I'm sure at times I felt good about 5 guys before, but at the same time, they've been here a while. There's not a ton of game experience there. Victor's not played very much, Flournoy's not played very much, and obviously Darius hasn't played at all. So, we still got a lot of growth in that group that we're going to have.
But that intensity you talked about that you want to try and keep up from here moving forward, is that something you think they'll bring or that you'll have to instill in them?
Well, I think that it's our jobs as coaches to do it. They're not going to do it every day. They're players, and so we've got to make sure we're doing it. But as we develop those habits and that they start to practice that way, they eventually take ownership, or the really good teams do. They take ownership of their team, and they control those standards. And when they're not happening, they fix it. But we're not to that point yet.
Is Buck putting himself in a position where you just can't ignore him? I mean, is he every day going out there and doing things?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. For a guy who's really never played here before, I'd been buried on depth charts before, and I think, we've talked about it a number of times. Sometimes when change happens, whether that's an entire staff, head coach, position coach, guys, get new chances, they get clean slates, and I think Buck has really taken advantage of that on and off the field. He had a great academic semester last semester also.
How much does the special teams
Got some players waiting for you guys here.
need to improve from last season to this season?
Who's that?
How much does the special teams unit? You guys did a lot of reps today.
Yeah, we obviously want to play better. I think in general, we played better 2 years ago than we did last year, and we've got to really maximize all those situations and make sure that we're winning every one of those situations we can.
How are the cornerbacks looking to you right now?
I think the same thing, that I've kind of said every day. I feel like they flash. Now they're kind of getting banged up a little bit. Torn is in and out. But I feel like, they flash, they make plays, and then obviously, at times they get beat too. So we still have a lot of work to do there.
Are you considering moving anyone in the corner right now?
Not now, no.
Coach, going back to Marquise, you mentioned, he's Blitnikoff Award winner, this, that, and the other, but yet still has all this work to do. What does that say about him?
Well, it says how talented he is. We made the statement before here, he was going to leave here as the best one ever to play here. We made that before he put all those numbers up because you could see the talent and you could see the drive that he has. So to play at the level he played, as a coach, you see that and, you realize how unusual that is. A guy to still be able to improve that much within his game but still play at the elite level that he was. It's why, he's as talented as they come.
And be coachable as well.
Yeah, Marquise is one of the best kids we've ever had on and off the field. The ability to coach him, the ability to listen, that's not normal for a Blitnikoff Award winner. When you sit down with him one-on-one and explain to him, you better get back out on the field here because you got a lot of work to do. And he goes, you're right.